Right then, what's going on, lads? So let me jump straight into why Rodri is a delusional melt and Spain are in a world of trouble moving forward. In case you're unaware, the midfielder came out with the following statement in his post-match interview following a 2-0 defeat versus Scotland at Hampden Park last night. The way Scotland play, for me it's rubbish. Always wasting time, provoking you and diving. For me, this is not football. The referee has to take charge, but he says nothing. This, my friends, is what you call a complete and utter lack of self-awareness. Aside from looking like a right prick for coming out with all this after captaining the side, Rodri seems to have forgotten he played for Diego Simeone's Atletico Madrid, who are arguably the most shithouse team the world has seen in the 21st century. Even at Manchester City, the number of tactical fouls he makes and altercations he gets into is incredibly tiresome to see for viewers. Don't get me wrong, as erroneous as his remarks may be, he's still one of the best defensive midfielders on the planet, whether we like it or not. But, as they say, you can't be throwing stones around while living in a glass house. Funnily enough, Rodri's teammates appear to be just as unable to come to terms with the result. David Garcia, who is making his Spain debut, blamed the outcome on the length of the pitch. Mikel Merone, on the other hand, claims Spain played very well and deserved 3 points. Not sure what the fuck he was smoking. And Dani Ceballos complained the ball rolled slowly on the Hampden Park turf. Straight out of the Thai handbook, that one. Now, a lot of the times, you get outrageous statements following an unexpected defeat to deflect away from the situation by players and managers alike. But that's certainly not the case here, because not one, but multiple individuals from the Spanish camp have had a moan to the press, and therefore can only be described as sour grapes. Scotland were not only the more organized and cohesive unit, but also had the majority of the game's top individual performers, so blaming the defeat on external factors is disingenuous at best and outright clueless at worst. Even if you were to rely on statistical inference, Scotland's expected goals figure of 0.88 trumps Spain's 0.79. So I don't really see how any of the moaners from the latter's dressing room have a leg to stand on here. In my eyes, much of the blame for the defeat should lie at the feet of De La Fuente. The man was overseeing only his second game in charge and decided to make 8 changes in an away game against an inform opposition who have batshit crazy supporters. That is arrogance at its very peak, especially considering they were fortunate not to concede one of about 10 chances they gave away versus Norway at home while 1-0 up, with the full-time 3-0 scoreline flattering them like no other, and it would have been a different story altogether if the bloke on screen was fit. While Spain were always likely to drop down a level or two from their golden generation between 2008 and 2012, no one could have quite imagined that they'd somehow manage to regress every single year thereafter. I think they're in for a world of hurt over the next few seasons, and wouldn't be surprised to see their managers sent packing within the next 12 months. As for Scotland, this is the best I've seen them play since 2007, and long may this rich vein of form continue. Controversially, I actually think Steve Clarke's a better manager than Gareth Southgate. Perhaps not a popular opinion, but one I've held strongly for several years now. Let me know what you think of that, the game last night, as well as Rodri's comments down below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.